Hey folks, I'm Dane Harden with Western Masters Martial Arts here in Boynton Beach, Florida. This is our home dojo that I train in on a regular basis. I've had some requests from some students to go over some various kata and some various form patterns that are Aikido and Taekwondo based. So there'll be several videos that I'll do on this. The first request was to kind of review and explain some of the basic principles of the Tanto. A Tanto, if you're not familiar with the Tanto, is a Japanese short knife. They come in several variations. The one that's on top here is a very formal Japanese knife. You can spend as much money on these as you wish. This Tanto is one that I purchased in Japan. It's very expensive. Basically just razor sharp, like scalpel's edge. So crazy sharp on that weapon. Other variations on a Tanto that you can see. This is actually my favorite Tanto, the one beneath it, which is just simply a wooden stick. One of my students, Randall Mullins, up in Abingdon, Virginia, where we have a dojo, had hand carved this for me, and this is made out of locust wood from the Appalachian Mountains, so it always reminds me of home, where I'm originally from. Nice, solid, good wood, good shape. Randall spent a lot of time carving this and working it, and I always appreciated the craftsmanship on that weapon. There are other types of Tantos as well. I have just a couple of examples. This is a very nice example of one. This, again, is a sharpened one. It has the metal blade with the ha, and it's got the hamon very clearly marked. This is one that we got when I was in Shinjuku, Japan. Very nice one. And then this other one, again, was a gift. This was from one of my teachers' friends, Shihan Roger Jarrett. He's a very good friend of mine. Roger had given me this. It's a training Tanto. It's basically just a wooden knife that you can use for training purposes if you want to use the saya along with the blade itself. So lots of different ways that you can look at the Tanto. You can collect Tantos, obviously, as I do. And they're a great deal of fun. What we're going to talk about today are going to be just the two basic strikes for the Tanto. So the first is our starting position. Don't get Tanto and classical Tanto practice confused with what in the military we might call combative knife. Combative knife drills and Tanto drills are precipitously different, quite a bit different actually, but their principles are going to be similar. And so that's the point in this. The key is that if you understand similar principle, then similar principle will work in any fighting system. So, Aiki-based movement, the weapon is going to start with the Tanto to my left. It's going to be at a 45-degree angle. It's going to be in front of the obi knot on my hakama, which is the skirt that I'm wearing. From this position, I'm going to slide the weapon to my center, pull the weapon out, and move forward into my kamae. Notice that this is close to my tummy. The cutting edge, which we refer to as the ha, is straight up. It's not down. In the Western world, we would have it facing down because we use a knife to carve implements, vegetables, sliced tomatoes, things like that. In the Orient, this is much more of a weapon. So you want the cutting edge up. If someone's to reach in and grab that cutting edge, you're going to get basically their fingers cut off. The very first movement is Nigi Hanmi no Kamae. So I'm coming from this position, and I'm going to go into a thrust. And now from this next position, I'm going to go to Hirari, thrust. And then I reset. And then from here, we simply come back to our starting position. So if I turn that again sideways, and we do this slow, the very first two strikes, position 1, position 2, position 3, and finished position. So if we look at that, I want my Taekwondo folks, think of this as your karate style punch, right? So if we look at this and think karate punch, if I am here, I'm going to draw my weapon, set to my kamae, punch, punch. I've changed my position. I've moved from one line to the other line. As I extend the weapon in, pull it back. Make sure on the pulling it back that you understand where the knife position is, where your hand is. You don't want to cut your own wrist. And then, of course, we always return the weapon. I'll do that sideways so that you can see it at speed. Again, I am here, kamae, and 1, 2, very simple exercise. Tanto thrust. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Sensei Harden, Western Masters Martial Arts on YouTube.